Okay, we're live. Let's go back a bit. Hi guys. Let me just push this back a bit. Okay, so get at the right angle. I need to angle myself where the TV is in view. My beautiful wife is here. TV in view. What's that sticking up there? All right, let's get this out of the way. Hi guys, I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. I need to just go up a bit on the camera. Guess what, guys? I've had my hair cut and I've dyed it. Haircut, dyed. Let's just get this up a little bit. That's better. Okay. Still need to face the TV. Okay. That's it. How we going? So is Joanne there? Because Joanne messaged me. Have you got your coffees? Nancy, I was reading your comments. Do the keto, Dr. Ken Berry keto, and it will get rid of your sinuses. Trust me. Yeah, short hair. What do you reckon, guys? My wife, Laura, do you like me having jet black hair? Do you want to look like a vampire now? And well, it's better than it was. What do you think, guys? Better than it was. So importantly, we've got our coffee. We're going to all drink coffee together. Yeah, I agree. The dog. I don't know if you watched the dog walk video I did the other day. It's terrible. Terrible. My hair was everywhere. All the grey bits were showing, and I looked about 80 years old in that dog walk video. So I'm so pleased I've sorted it out. Right, I want to just very quickly make sure that everyone has been told that we're live. Jo was messaging. She thought Joanne, I don't know if you're here, you were messaging, you thought your comments had been deleted. They haven't. I found them. I found your comments. They're definitely still there, Jo. So when you come on, when you watch this later, they are definitely there. Now I'm going to quickly tell everyone we're live. And then we're going to chat about last night, and we have a little topic. We're going to discuss this book, and we're going to discuss a Facebook post about this book, about us. It's all good. No drama today, guys. And many of you guys sent me loads of great comments. Nancy sent me at least 10 comments. Nancy, you make me laugh. You crack me up. I haven't fallen down the toilet, Nancy. I haven't fallen down the toilet. Yeah. So I just want to make sure everyone knows we're live. I've put it on the Defending Elvis Presley Facebook page. Don't forget, we have a Defending Elvis Presley Facebook page. So join it, get on the live stream, get on the 24/7 chat on Messenger. So we are, a little bit, we're going to get a little bit important and serious because we're here to defend Lisa Marie. We want justice for Lisa Marie. We don't understand why this book has been forgotten, swept under the carpet. We definitely are demanding that Michael Edwards gets put in prison. We believe Lisa's words. We believe that she had sexual abuse against her from Michael Edwards. In our opinion, for entertainment purposes, we are going to demand Priscilla is to be questioned because she is the mother that was there and charged at the time. So we're going to discuss that as well. Do you know what, Emily? I love it. You guys, Team Elvis, you all come together. You just get on with each other. You get to know each other. You chat. Now, you're going to laugh. Shall I tell you why I'm late? Because my wife wanted to mop the kitchen. So I have to be a good boy. And I have to wait for my wife to finish the mopping. Then I have to wait for it to dry. Even then, I still have to wait for my wife to do the things that she likes to do. I've already washed up. I've helped. But my wife always says to me, you don't do it properly. I always say to her, I'll wash up, let me do it. She says, no, you don't do it properly. So I just hang back and let her do it her way. Yeah. So I'm free. Right, let's have a look. So let me just message people that were live. There's a few like Loretta, Stacy. Now we know Stacey's having a tough time at the moment. She's going through a difficult period in her life, but we do all send Stacey love, all of us. We group hug Stacey. I'm sure she'll still be watching. She may join us. Stacey, you know we all care about you. You know we all send you love, and we're here for you through this difficult time, Stacey. Okay. Right. So let's just tell everyone we're live. Right, I'm just going to message everyone. Then we're going to go through your comments. Now, I always say this, guys. If anyone doesn't want me to message them, just tell me, don't message me, and I won't. These are the names, people that have friend requested me and asked me to message them. So I'm only messaging people that asked me to message them. Yeah? Let's have a look. So a lot of you may receive messages now while I'm doing it. I'm sorry if you're already on here and you've had a message. I'm sorry. But please do message me if you don't want me to message. Please do. Yeah, I wanted to speak to Linda as well. Linda, I just want to say to you that when it comes to the book reading, any help you give with your notes that you send me, emails, to help me read these books, because I still want to read these books, please forward the emails to me and I'll read them up. They'll be a massive help, because I do intend to bit by bit read bits of these books. Yeah, I'm not going to stop reading books. I will be trying to stick to the rules. I don't want to upset YouTube. I definitely will not be reading Destined to Die Young. To be honest with you, because Sally Hoddle put in a complaint against me, I'm not interested in any way helping that book, the book Destined to Die Young. And so I personally think she shot herself in the foot, but it's okay, guys. Right. Oh, right. We've got Nicola. Who else? Right. So there's Linda and Judith. I think Linda's already on. I'll just send it anyway. Then we've got Judith. Okay. Have I forgotten anything? I think Karen's on. Hi, Karen. Thank you. Pat's on. Ayisa's on. Karen sent me a lovely happy Christmas. Thank you, Karen. So we've got Cherie. Now, Pamela, I don't know if Pamela is Team Elvis. Pamela, if you don't want me to message you, please let me know. Sometimes I get confused who is and who isn't Team Elvis. I just get mixed up because obviously we've been receiving emails for a long time. Right. Renee, Hear the Minds. I think that's it. I think we've sort of covered everyone. Right. I want to just see who's here, and then we're going to discuss last night, and then we're going to start talking about this book. And I have a Facebook post from someone called Nessa, who's messaged me a few times, and he's obviously a very avid Elvis and Lisa fan. So I'm going to mention his post. He did put a nice praise comment for me, said something nice about me. Oh, thanks, Denise. Denise got me a bit of cake. Is that a bit of cake? Thank you so much. I'll get the kids a sweet with that. Thank you very much. Anyone that buys me a coffee, guys, thank you so much. It's very kind. I definitely like it when you guys treat me, because I just spend it on the kids and on my wife. So it's just cute. It's cute when you guys give me a thank you. I think it's very sweet. Right. I want to just see who's here. So we have Jean and Nancy Ayisa. There's 30 of you guys here, which is fantastic. Anyone that's watching now, please join in. You're very welcome to join in. Ask me any questions. I promise you, I will allow any questions. I will only delete people that are rude. So any questioning is fine. Let's have a look. So we've got Karen, Cherie, Jane, Emily. Let's have a look. So Carly, how are you, Carly? Denise. It's very hot where you are, Denise, isn't it? 37 degrees. Let's just have a look. Oh, Kathy's with us. Hi, Kathy. 40 degrees. Kathy, 40 degrees. Now, Kathy, I want you to know that my next live, I'm going to read this. This very controversial book. We're going to have a little chat about that as well. Not yet. So I'll do this live. I can't say a time because I have to actually go to work today for a couple of hours. I'm not sure if I can get 2 lives in before I go to work. Maybe. I have to leave here at 1:30. So it's going to be a tight squeeze. So we'll see. So my wife goes to work just for an hour at her school. She only goes because she loves it there. She doesn't go because she needs to go. She just likes going there. She enjoys being with the kids. Obviously, she gets to see Yasmin and Tino, so she tends to leave around 11:45. She only goes in for an hour. She is feeling a bit better today. She had a bad day yesterday, but today she's feeling better. Hi, everyone. Hi, Louis. 40 degrees. Luan. Hi, Luan. Thank you for your Facebook messages as well, Luan. I know about the spelling mistake on your Facebook, Luan. I completely understand it. So Jean is with us. Right. So we're catching up now with the comments. I definitely got a couple of coffees waiting, guys. I hate it when I make you guys wait. Hi, Pat. I hate it when I make you guys wait, but I don't really have a choice, to be honest with you. I just do as I'm told. Right, I think that's it. We've caught up, have we? I think that's it. Yes, we've caught up. So, Carolyn. Hi, Carolyn. I'm having my butter coffee that stops me feeling hungry all the time. Right. I want to just talk a bit about last night. Now, I think a lot of you were here last night. There's a fantastic Facebook page called Derby Shore. Let me see if I can get it up. I just want to just quickly scan over it. Now, Derby Shore, I actually think Derby Shore. Now, I want you guys to know that me and Derby get on very well. There's definitely no hard feelings between me and Derby. I've always said this. I've been saying this for 6 months. Derby to me is the #1 Elvis researcher and defender in the world. So if you guys want to learn stuff that you just, if you want to see research that has been done really well, thoroughly researched, go to Derby Shore's Facebook page. Now, we did use Derby Shore's post last night to discuss our right on how we defend and our right to defend the way we want to defend. Of course, Joe, we are so lucky that Shauna joined us last night and Joe from Rare Elvis Photos joined us last night. So if any of you missed that, please go and watch last night's live stream. It was very long. It was 2 hours. And I didn't know that Joe was definitely going to join us. I did ask him to join us. Joe Sins, I did ask him to join us, hoping that he would. And Shauna, she just joined us because she was just being nice. So how often are we going to do a live stream, guys, where Joe sins off rare Elvis photos? And obviously he has another YouTube site. Is it called Elvis and the Legends? Again, which is very good. How often are we going to get Joe Sins and Shauna from Tenderly Loving Elvis join us on a live stream? I just thought that was excellent. Yeah. All we needed was Hidden Minds to join us as well, and that would have been a perfect live stream. So sorry, I'm a bit snivelly. But now, as I was saying, Derby Shaw, me and Derby are completely fine. There is no bad feeling. We have total respect for each other. And she is number one Elvis. When I say Elvis, I mean Elvis in the bloodline. Yeah, I mean anything Elvis. Of course, she, like me, is deeply protective of Elvis, Lisa, and the bloodline. Of course she is. And I could praise this lady all day long. And I spoke to her after the live stream. We have exchanged messages, and we've had a nice chat. We're fine, guys. Now, I think last night's live stream, yeah, is one of the most important live streams we've ever done. We had nearly 70 people watching, and I really believe that we cleared the air last night, because obviously Derby has very strong views about how Elvis's legacy, his image, his reputation should be portrayed. Derby, you know, she's basically saying, and I agree with her, that it's become a bit of a circus. There's a lot of drama. There's a lot of infighting and hot, passionate views. Some people quite angry, and who'd have thought it? 47 years after Elvis passed, that the world of Elvis is so dramatic. So some would call it toxic. Yeah. And of course, we're here because we love Elvis. We love Lisa. At the moment, we massively are trying to defend Lisa. But who'd have thought it? You know, come on, we're all in our 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. Who'd have thought it, guys? It's like watching an episode of Dallas. It's like, wow, there's a lot going on. Do we agree, guys, that it's like full on? Yeah. I would say there's just as much passion now about Elvis as there was 40 years ago. Not just for the music and the movies and Elvis as a person, Elvis the man, but just the story. Yeah. All the different characters in the story. So we've got, of course, we've got the Memphis Mafia, Dr. Nick, Colonel Tom Parker, Elvis himself, Lisa Marie, Riley. It's very fiery. It's like, wow. It's like, I'm literally, Jane, I literally can't believe it. Every day I wake up and it's a new drama. It's like, wow. You know, it's on the news. We've got the Graceland fraudulent thing that happened with the Graceland scammer. And then you've got the Bridget Cruz lawsuit, and then Priscilla countersues. Yeah. And then you've got, obviously, of course, the massive impact that this book had when it came out. And you've got Riley, Lisa's beautiful book, her 16 tapes that have been put on tape that she asked Riley to finish. Wow, like that in itself, every chapter is like, oh my God, so much to talk about, to deal with, to defend, to get justice for Lisa after this horrible abuse from Michael Edwards, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes, allegations. Even Priscilla's parenting. Oh my God. You get what I'm saying, guys? There is this book, to me, I've always said this, is the biggest thing that's happened to Elvis since he died. This is big. This is big news, guys. Big, 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 big. We will never forget this book. We will never forget Lisa, and we will fight for Lisa, just as Riley has been doing with the book tour, with all the interviews. Now, there was another interview, guys, that has been put on, and I'm not going to play it. I did ask them permission to review it, a Riley Q interview. Let me just get it up. Let's do it. Let's find it, yeah? Right, okay. Let's have a look. Just have a bit of coffee. Where are we? So there we go. Let's just get it out. Right. So this just popped up on my stream. It's all right. Okay. No, that's not it. Ah, there it is. Right. So
welcome to Pod Crushed.
They're called Pod Crushed. Pod Crushed. Let me just. I'm just going to press play on it a minute.
Welcome to Pod Crushed.
Let me just. Right. So I'm going to review this, but only after they've agreed that I can. I have commented them. It's going to be a positive review. Yeah. Let's just see if we can get that clear. It's not coming up. Pod Crushed. Okay. And I think it only came out yesterday. I'm just going to see if it shows my request to where I asked if we could review it. Can't see it. No, I can't see it. Okay, right. Doesn't matter. I don't want to review it if they don't give me permission, because we'll have problems, won't we? So, do I see a new person? Sundowners Club, Kathy Pitts. What is your work? Sundowners Club. I have got a thing now because we've had problems. I do like people to introduce themselves. Where are you from? Are you an Elvis fan? Are you Team Elvis? Have you been here before? Just give us a lowdown, please. We are, unfortunately, we've had problems. So I just, please introduce yourself. What's your name, my friend? Hi, you're in Memphis. Have you been on our show before? Are you part of Team Elvis? Let me just have a bit more copy. Just 1 second. You guys just talk just for a second. I'm going to stick this in the microwave. Right. We're back. Let's get the coffee. Gotta have a coffee, gotta have a coffee. Right, coffee. Okay, sorry, let's just check your comments now. I'm Team Elvis, I guess you could say that. Okay. Oh, well, that's good. Welcome to Team Elvis. Remember, feel free to ask any questions. Any questions. As long as we are friendly and polite, everything's good, yeah? So, I'm going to get the Facebook page up. Is Elvis frozen? Is he still there? Let me just making sure we can see Elvis, okay, guys? We love a bit of Elvis in the background. There's my remote. Let's push that tree back a little bit, just so you can see it a bit better. And let's get a bit of slightly background music to create a bit of an atmosphere. Okay, let's get a bit of an atmosphere going. It's probably not Jane. That's only here at the moment. Oh yes. So before we go on to the topic, I just want to say that I am going to read another chapter of this. I think we're on chapter 6 now. I'm being straight, guys. I don't believe this book. I don't want to upset anyone. Kathy, I say it with respect. I don't believe the book. At the moment, I'm about to read chapter 6. But what I do want to do is just put the information out there with the help of Kathy and let you guys decide if you believe it or you don't, or just don't care about it. I definitely don't think reading a chapter of this book does any harm to Elvis at all. I just think it's an interesting story that we can discuss while you guys make your own minds up, okay? But that's probably either later or tomorrow. It all depends how much time I've got on my hands today. So that's on the cards. Now we are going to bit by bit read some books. We're going to do some reviews on this. You know that I think this is a book of lies. I don't trust this book. I think this book is a big con. I don't believe any of this book. We're going to review this book. Right, let me just read some comments. I must have gotten recommended your channel because I've been watching Shauna recently. I grew up in this world. My father was a friend of Elvis and I knew most of the guys. I still talk to Dean N. Wow. Let us have lots of information. Tell us everything. Go ask Pat West. Red's widow, Red himself said it was fiction, made up crap. Yeah. Sundowners, please don't think that I what's the word? I definitely do not promote the book, and I'm not pushing the book, but I think it's just one of the topics we will discuss. That's all it is. We're just doing one chapter at a time, and your views about the book are welcome. If you don't believe it, great. That's completely fine. I don't believe it either. So, but I say that with respect. Okay. I read that book years ago. Most of the other ones never acknowledged it or her. Fine. Yeah, that's fine. Thanks, Chloe. Is that right? Oh, that's creepy. Is that a picture of Lucy on the book? She looks like Priscilla. What book are we talking about? Oh, you mean... Oh, this. Let's have a look. Nancy, are you talking about that picture? Let's go a bit closer. Okay. Let's keep going with your comments. All right. Okay. Right. So, so basically, we had Nessa, who has a Facebook page. He's always been a massive Elvis fan. I also knew Lisa, saw her the last time when she was in Memphis for Elvis's birthday cake. Oh, wow, I'm impressed with that. That's like, we'd all love to have met her, wouldn't we? We all would have loved to have met her. Can I say, Sundowners Club, if you want to join our Defending Elvis Facebook page, you can get on our chat and chat with us. So it's Defending Elvis Presley. It's a Facebook page. We have a 24-hour chat on there. You're welcome to join it, and you can discuss it and share your information. We're very interested in your story of, you know, your experiences that you've had at Memphis. Wow, I was so impressed. You was at her funeral and have a photo, even though I wasn't supposed to. Wow. So interesting. Yeah, I'm jealous as well, Sue. Lisa always looks very friendly. She will talk to anyone. She's not like, she was nothing like, oh, she's a 1 in a billion. Come on, we all love and miss Lisa so much. And we're talking about Lisa now. So Nessa, who has a brilliant Facebook page. Let me just click on his link. Right, let's find it. Now, Nessa, oh, I just want to say, I know that Nessa is massively against this book. He's had problems trying to defend his right to say that this book is not true. Now, Nessa, I think you have the right to say clearly, as loud as you want, that you don't believe the book. I think anyone who does not believe the book, you have the right to say it. So I'm sorry that you've had problems. I also say this, the people that do believe it, you also have the right to believe the book. If you believe it, that is your right. I don't think it's fair to judge the people that do believe it and don't believe it. I just think, let's be respectful. It's up to you. And then you have many people that just don't want to know, they don't want to get involved. They want to sit on the fence and not be part of anything to do with the book Are You Lonesome Tonight? I respect that. So this post does talk about Joe, Rare Elvis photos. I'm not going to read that bit because that isn't what we're talking about here. Yeah, I agree with that. Sundowner, I agree. What's that saying that Elvis says about the truth? Oh, can one of you say it to me? The truth is like the sun. What's the rest of the saying? I know Shauna says it, doesn't she? Shauna at Tenderly Loving Elvis. I think we should have an open mind to everything, yeah. 100%. Pat, she speaks from the heart. So, right, this is the point of part of this live stream now, guys. There's 40 of you watching. Thank you so much for joining us. Please like and subscribe. Yeah, there we are. The truth is like the sun. You can't shut it out. Josie, thank you. My memory is terrible. So Nessa has posted. Carly, I understand. Bridget Cruz has joined us. Hi, Bridget. Bridget, have you been watching our live streams? We did one with you yesterday. Bridget, did you know? Everyone say hello to Bridget. Bridget, did you know that on Shauna's live stream, we did a review of Shauna's live stream? Have you seen it? I'm just interested because it was very good. I think you would have liked it. I like your dark hair, Shauna. I'm not Shauna, sorry. Bridget, the dark hair suits you. Suits you. I thought it looked good. Bridget, you will like it. You will like it. Trust me. I've reviewed your live, your interview with lovely Shauna, and it was quite a long, it's a long one, but you're gonna like it. It's very good. You get a lot of support. You get a lot of support and praise. So in case anyone doesn't know, guys, Bridget obviously is an auctioneer with GWS Auctions. She's lovely. She's been joining our live streams for a long time, and she's been so kind to us, and I like to feel that we have been kind to her as well. And she's just recently done an interview with Tenderly Loving Elvis, which I thought was brilliant, so heartfelt. She spoke from the heart. She was very honest. She put her story across. I thought it was excellent. I thought it was one of the best interviews I've ever watched. And it gives us an inside feeling of how Bridget is as a human being, as a person, what she's going through with the lawsuit with Priscilla, and how unfairly treated Bridget has been. I do think that Bridget, the fans' support is important to Bridget. I personally think that part of the reason Bridget joins us is because the Elvis fans' support is important to her. I really do think that. And so, Bridget, I'll say this to all the people that messaged me, to all the people that messaged me and said that you are not you, that you were not Bridget. Yeah, quite a few, even channels telling me that you were not Bridget. They were wrong. You are you. So when I saw you join, Shauna for an interview, I cheered. I was like, yes, I'm right. It is her. I always said it was you, Bridget. I always said it was you. Always. And you'll be surprised how many disagreed with me. Quite a lot of people. So yes, Shauna. So I cheered. I chatted with Shauna. I couldn't believe it. I was like, so many people were wrong. So many people. So anyway, Bridget knows we fully support her. Bridget knows that. And many of you here fully support her. Let's just see how that all pans out. So today's, I'm sure Bridget will answer any questions you want her to answer. I know she can't be on for long. She said she's only popping in. But guys, let's welcome Bridget. Let's have a chat with her. And I will carry on reading this. So part of the topic today is that people feel that this book is being forgotten. Yeah. So we're not going to forget it, guys. We do feel that we want justice for Lisa Marie against the sexual allegations with Michael Edwards. We also want Priscilla Presle questioned about her parenting towards her lovely daughter, Lisa. The 5 years of abuse. It's all alleged. It's all entertainment purposes, opinions. Well, we do want Priscilla questioned by the authorities. Why was this allowed to happen? Now, Lisa Marie, she made a decision to put it in the book, on the tapes, the 16 tapes. Lisa Marie, that was her decision. Yeah. So she didn't have to say it, did she? Lisa Marie could have said nothing, but she chose to. We know that she asked Riley to finish the book. Lisa didn't know she was going to pass away. God rest her soul. And we all miss her. But Riley then made the decision very quickly. Riley made a decision very quickly. Oh, I know you will. I will do any live that I am asked to. Of course, you're always welcome here, Bridget. I do think Shauna was the right person to interview you, though. I think it was the right decision. You know, I have a lot of praise for Shauna, and I was so happy for her. So happy for her. So my point is, Riley decided to finish the book very quickly. Bye, Sundowners. Thank you for sharing your details. Please join our 24-hour chat. Please join our Facebook page, Defending Elvis Presley. We're very interested to just chat with you, my friend. So I do think that Riley took it upon herself to finish this book quickly, to just put her whole life into creating the book From Here to the Great Unknown. We know that she chose a picture that Priscilla is supposed to be in and then removed Priscilla. She chose a picture of Elvis and Lisa and Priscilla, and she removed the picture. Now, to me, that completely speaks volumes. Anyone that says that Riley doesn't defend her mother, you're just so wrong. Where is Priscilla on the cover of this book? Riley made it very clear she did not want Priscilla to have anything to do with this book, anything. And my guess is that Priscilla wanted to be involved with the audio book as well, just a guess. And that Riley said, no, Julia Roberts is going to do it with me, not Priscilla. So I actually do believe that Riley did not want Priscilla to have anything to do with that book. Now, the other thing I say is that by Riley leaving everything in the book, all the negative details, the disgusting details about Michael Edwards, Priscilla's boyfriend, his abuse for years, I think that Riley wants the world to know. She wanted the world to know all the negative stuff in this book, From Here to the Great Unknown, or she would have removed it. If Riley didn't want the world to know, she would have removed it. If Riley didn't want the sexual abuse allegations out there, she would have put it in there. If Riley didn't want Lisa's views on Priscilla's parenting and how Lisa felt towards her mother, she felt unloved, unwanted. She felt that Lisa felt that Priscilla, her mother, put herself first, her career first, her ambitions, her want for men, boyfriends, her want for success, for fame, for being in the spotlight, for movies, for advertising campaigns, her entrepreneurial ambitions in business. Lisa made it clear she felt that she was second best. She felt second best. Priscilla put Lisa as second best. And I think that comes across in the book. I also think that Priscilla's parenting was so selfish that it tainted and harmed Lisa for the whole of her life. I really believe that. I really think that Lisa was damaged by Priscilla's parenting. This is my views, guys. So I know they had good and bad times, Priscilla and Lisa. I know it was very up and down. At the end of the day, it's blood, it's her mother. But Priscilla is responsible for some serious damage towards Lisa Marie. I honestly believe that, guys. I'm just a fan at home. That is my views. Bridget, Bridget has just said there is so much more. Tell us. Tell us what you can. I welcome new information so we can defend Lisa against Priscilla's wrongdoing. I welcome it. So Nessa says, did I just miss a comment? What Priscilla did suing Lisa's estate to get money for her son, who admits that he had almost no relationship with Lisa, is disgusting. Yeah. Chloe Chronicles, I fully agree. Pat, I feel that Priscilla has something up her sleeve that has to do with Riley. I pray Riley is really careful when it comes to her grandmother. Well, I agree with that, Pat, but I think Riley's pretty smart. I think Riley is she ain't stupid, Riley. Every brick wall that has been put in front of her since her mother died, Riley has knocked it down. Riley has knocked it down. I do think that the Graceland book signing event was all a bit unexpected. I think she sort of unexpected is the wrong word. I think Riley had a good idea that Priscilla was going to storm the stage and walk in. I do, yeah? But I don't think, this is just my opinion, Bridget may disagree. I don't think that, you off, are you? All right, love you, you look beautiful. You're the best. She's off to work. Bye, love you. Right, I don't think that Riley wanted Priscilla to walk in on that stage at Graceland. I really don't. I know there may be different opinions. I think Riley knew she was going to be there, but did she think she was going to take over the talk? You know, that the whole focus of the book signing event would move to Priscilla, and that Priscilla would be on the spotlight. And then Priscilla goes on to slag off her daughter, to slag off Michael Jackson in front of his. Don't forget, Nicole Richie is Michael Jackson's goddaughter. Yeah, and Riley was right there. Riley, the daughter of Lisa, was right there whilst Lisa's mother slagged off Lisa in front of the audience, basically calling Lisa a problem child that took drugs, that drank too much, that chased after men in front of the world. Not good. Priscilla tried to make it all about herself. Priscilla used the book signing event to try and mitigate the damage that this book had done, because this book has done damage to Priscilla's so-called perfect image and reputation. And I think Priscilla used it as an opportunity to say, oh, don't listen to the book. It's silly. You know, she says things she regrets. Ha, ha, ha. Lisa can be silly sometimes. Priscilla used the book signing event to try and turn public opinion in her favor. But we didn't fall for it, guys. We didn't fall for it. It was just bullshit. So Riley loves Nana very much. And if she didn't want Priscilla at the event, she would not have been there. Bridget, I know your views on that, and of course I understand where you're coming from, but I think the whole thing is very complicated. It's blood, it's her grandmother. You know, come on, we fall out with let's face it, guys, we fall out with our brothers, sisters, uncles, aunties, grandmother, you know, family is family, isn't it? We have our disagreements and then we make up the next day. And I think that's the kind of relationship that Riley has with Priscilla, where it's a typical family. They fall out with each other, they argue, they make up. Yeah, you get it? So I think that's the case. I personally think you're right. Riley probably loves her grandmother. Yeah. But I bet they argue all the time. I bet they argue all the time. Yeah. Because I argue with people in my family. I love them to bits. I love all of my family to bits, but we still argue. We still argue. So this is the type of relationship I think Riley has with Priscilla. I'd be if I was a fly on the wall, it would be very interesting watching Riley and Priscilla, because obviously there's some big decisions being made behind the scenes. Yeah, to do obviously Graceland's, Elvis Presley Enterprise, and many other things. Obviously the movie, the Priscilla film, Sofia Coppola's film. I can imagine they've had 1,000 arguments, but I still think that Riley holds her own. She's a self-made, successful person. She's a strong-minded person. She's been, to me, she's handling this whole situation, becoming the new owner of Graceland, part owner of Elvis Presley Enterprises, 15% of it. I think she's handled it with grace. And the fact that Riley has spent months now going around doing these different interviews, podcasts, holding her head up high. The last 3 or 4 podcasts and interviews have been amazing. She's really pulled out her heart. Riley has really pulled out her heart. We've done a couple of reviews on them here. There's another one we're going to do that happened yesterday that I want to review. We're going to discuss what Riley said about her growing up, her mother, of course, her grandmother. I want to get permission first before I do that, though. So, in my opinion, I think Priscilla is trying to take Graceland away from Riley. Well, I bloody hope not. I do think this. We should not underestimate Priscilla. I think she's a very powerful person. I think she's got some strong links with Scientology. She's got people behind her that back her, that are probably very smart. She probably has a pool of money that she can dip into that is going to help her with Bridget's lawsuit and many other things. And she's been in business, guys, 50 years. She's very experienced. She's a very experienced businesswoman. We can't underestimate her. Bridget has got a tough fight in front of her, but I believe that Bridget is a very strong woman. And I'm hoping that it will all turn out for the best for Bridget. And don't forget, these things can go on for years, can't they? So I think it's still very early days with the lawsuit and the countersuing, the claim of elder abuse. There's no way that the elder abuse, in my opinion, has any truth to it. I personally feel that Bridget has been completely ripped off. Bridget just wanted to do the right thing for Priscilla and help this woman that she'd helped for years. So I'm completely 100% on Bridget's side, 100%. So Pat, I agree, because she probably believes since she had a life that she is the one who could best make the decision. I definitely believe that after Lisa died, that Priscilla could not believe that she had lost control. She had lost control, that it was going to Riley. And of course, I'm disgusted that she contested Lisa's wishes. It's disgusting. And then demanded money from Riley, the $1 million up front, the 400,000 legal fees, which is probably, that figure may be getting bigger, mightn't it? Because I know it was 400,000, but I bet there's more. And then taking money out of the pocket of Finlay and Harper, because the bottom line is Finlay and Harper are ultimately, with Riley, the owners of Graceland. So the money that is paid to Priscilla is their money, is Riley's money. So she's taking money out of the pocket of her own grandkids, which just drives me mad. I just think that is so wrong. What grandmother on this planet takes money from their own grandkids? It's just unheard of. I literally can't believe it's even happening. She puts that money in her pocket, her grandkids' money. So bad. And of course, there'll be disagreements with that. But I do think that when Riley negotiated this deal where Priscilla gets the $1 million and the legal fees, is it the 100,000 a year as an advisor, and this so-called agreement of her being buried at Gracelands, which none of us want her to be buried at Gracelands. We all feel that Priscilla gave up the right to be buried at Gracelands the day she divorced Elvis. When she ran off with Mike Stone and lived with him, dragged Lisa Marie with her to live with Mike Stone, that was the end of her right to live, to be buried at Gracelands, and to the name Presle. She gave up that right. She should not have taken the name back. I don't think she officially gave it up, but within a few years, she very quickly realized, oh, I need the name Presle back. The name Bulow isn't working out. It's not working out. So back comes the name Presle that she had actually sold. No, that she did sell around 2005. She sold the name Graceland. She sold the name Presle. Both the names were sold. Obviously, Bridget knows about this because this is part of the problem that Bridget's having with the lawsuit. The name Presle doesn't belong to Priscilla. The name Graceland doesn't belong to Priscilla. I think she was allowed to sell the name Priscilla and her image and likeness. But so, again, Bridget has been mistreated. So, it's a complicated case. I know Bridget's not really allowed to talk about it. So let me just carry on with your comments. Hello from USA. I appreciate in my old age to hear the truth being presented. Danielle Riley is an intelligent young woman. Yeah, Danielle. And I really think, thank you, Larry, for that comment. Thank you so much. Welcome to Team Elvis. I really think Riley should not be underestimated. I think she's much smarter than people may realize. Really think that, guys. Right, let me just catch up with the comments. Then I want to read the Facebook. With respect, Bridget wasn't involved in the negotiations with Riley to be buried at Graceland. Okay, well, you can ask her, guys. Hi, that is Zukan100. Hi, a new person. Welcome to Team Elvis. Where are you from, my friend? Have you been on our show before? Right, let's have a look. Have I missed any comments? There we are. Let me just check your comments. Sorry, I missed a couple. Larry Hogan, are you still here? Love your channel. So Larry, does Larry have a channel? Let me just have a look. Larry Hogan. Guys, tell me about Larry's channel. I'm very interested. Larry, what is your channel? Let us know. It's interesting, my friend. Thank you for joining us. I'm honored. Any YouTube channels that join us, so kind of you. So let me just read Bridget's comment. It is in Florida, and the one in CA. Have I missed a question? Sorry, guys. Doesn't matter what we think, Louis. Once you get to court, it's a whole different ballgame. I know. I understand that, Zukan. It's all very complicated. I have been in litigation a few times. I know how it feels about property matters. Ultimately, it's money, isn't it? We all know the lawyers are the ones that make all the money. We all know that, unfortunately. It's a horrible experience. You don't sleep. It feels like your whole life is about to end. Lawsuits are horrific. My heart goes out to Bridget. I know how horrible lawsuits are. I don't think Bridget deserves it. Right. So Nancy. So Zukan is from Australia. Hi, Zukan. Thank you so much for joining us. So Nancy, I don't think Riley knows it was a great-great-grandfather. The idea of the museum with Graceland, she still thinks it was Priscilla's idea. Riley, I don't think Riley knows the truth. That's interesting. I think we've proved it here that it wasn't Priscilla that saved Graceland. She didn't stop it from being sold. I think we've also proved that the living museum idea was already happening. More people like Morgan Maxfield and Jack Sodden, but it's a mixed story, but we've done so many live streams here that the whole Living Museum, it was all going to happen. The Memphis City were already doing plans. This I think it's a lie that Priscilla keeps saying and repeating, that if it wasn't for her, it was going to be sold off and broken up, and that they were even going to sell off the wallpaper on the walls. It's just bullshit. Does anyone fall for it? This thing where Priscilla takes full credit for the launching of the Living Museum, it's just bullshit. Let me just I just got to turn my battery on my laptop so the laptop doesn't turn off. So this thing, guys, this thing where Priscilla tries to take credit for the launching of the Living Museum, is just a load of crap, innit? It's just not true. It was all happening, guys. The plans were all out there. It was all happening. The other thing is, I've always thought that the debt that was on Graceland, that was created by the second divorce settlement. By the way, she wasn't entitled to that divorce settlement. She had to accuse Elvis of fraud and lying, hiding his assets, hiding his income to get the second divorce settlement. She promised there would never be a second divorce settlement, but she still went ahead and did it anyway. So she broke her promise. My point is this. I've always thought that the debt that was placed on Graceland, the building, is the reason they allowed her to take forefront to launch the museum. We've all seen the footage of Priscilla on a podium proudly saying, "Hi guys, welcome to the opening." You've got all of the paparazzi, the press taking pictures. She's very proud. She's finally reached the pinnacle of her life. She's now become the queen of Graceland, the so-called new Elvis. Let's face it, guys, she's always been jealous of Elvis. Everything has fallen into place for Priscilla, and she finally is almighty power, which should never have happened. And she launches the Living Museum. But how many people know that she was not at the opening of the Living Museum? Which that speaks volumes to me. Priscilla was not at the opening of the museum. She was at the launching, but not the opening. That makes no sense to me. That makes no sense to me. Right, let's read some more comments. I came on YouTube to find something peaceful to fall asleep to, and then fell into this rabbit hole. Okay, are we a rabbit hole? I don't understand the rabbit hole bit, but Chloe Chronicles, I hope you're enjoying it. Where are we? We've got quite a few Australians on here, Zukan. Hi, Linda. Priscilla only took the Presle name because she couldn't get anywhere in life without it. 100%, Linda, 100%. The Presle name opened a lot of doors for Priscilla in many avenues. Many avenues. Come on, guys. Priscilla wants to be Elvis. Priscilla wants to be Elvis. She always was jealous of him. The way that Elvis was admired and loved, Priscilla didn't like it. She wanted it to be her. I really believe that. Priscilla wanted to be Elvis. I think she still does. She craves the spotlight. She craves attention. She craves success. She craves money. She used to crave men, but not anymore, guys. Just my opinions for entertainment purposes. Right, let's read a few more comments. Accuse him of intrinsic fraud. That's it. Zukan, thank you. Yes. She should never have got that second divorce settlement. And the amount that she demanded and was given was disgusting. It was a stupidly high amount of money that Elvis could not afford. They even say that he had to sell off his recording rights pre-1973 so that he could pay her one of the installments. And could you imagine what Vernon and Elvis were going through when Priscilla was demanding this stupidly massive amount of money that they could not afford to pay, and that they were even in fear of losing Graceland to Priscilla? Could you imagine that? And I feel that Elvis always tried to give Priscilla what she wanted because he was scared that Priscilla would not let him see Lisa. I repeat that. I think that Elvis always gave. Oh, that's good, Chloe. I feel that Priscilla gave. No, Priscilla got whatever she wanted from Elvis because Elvis was scared that Lisa would not see Elvis. Does that make sense? Priscilla had the power of being the mother of Lisa, beautiful little Lisa. Elvis just adored and worshipped his daughter. Anything that threatened Elvis seeing Lisa would worry Elvis. So in the end, he just gave her, Priscilla, whatever she wanted so that he could see Lisa as often as possible. The most important thing is in his life. Come on, Elvis didn't give a shit about money. Elvis didn't give a shit about money. When Elvis had money, he just wanted to give it all away. Elvis was like, have it, have it. Elvis felt guilty having money. This is why he spent his whole life giving to hundreds of charities, to strangers, to his friends, to his family. Elvis didn't care about the money. He cared about seeing Lisa. Seeing Lisa. That was more important to him than anything. I really believe that. Yes, Karen, I agree. No man would even look at Prissy if she wasn't involved with Elvis. I agree with that now. I mean, she was a beautiful girl in the 1970s, maybe the 80s. I actually think Priscilla used her good looks when she was young for power, to get her way, to manipulate men. I think Priscilla, from a very young age, learned that her physique, her looks, was a way of getting things, a way of getting things. Will it cure kidney failure? Sandra, that's a bit of an out of the blue question. Emily, how? Right, so I want to quickly read this post because I read, well, it's only short. Let me just quickly read it. It's important that we read it. So, let me get it up. So Nessa, we are supposed to be defending, just so you know, Nessa, I don't know if you're on, my friend. This is his Facebook. Let me just see if I can get it to focus. Give it a second. Let's try. God, these cameras don't want to focus, but I'll try one more. There we are. Is that going to do it? There we go. Nessa Jaws at the top there. He's a massive Elvis defender and Lisa defender, yeah, and the bloodline. We are supposed to be defending Elvis and Lisa. How is reading books written? Oh no, I missed that bit. I don't want to talk. I don't at the moment want to discuss this book. I don't want to talk about it. That's for another day, yeah. So Nessa has strong views that he's against that book. He doesn't believe the book. He thinks the book is a book of lies. And I'll be honest with you, I don't believe the book. I want to be straight. I want to be honest. I do not believe that book, but I want to discuss it. So Nessa says that he doesn't believe it. Then he says that he feels that Lisa Marie Presle is being forgotten, especially because of the accusations against Michael Edwards, because of the sexual allegations, the abuse at the hands of Michael Edwards that may have gone on for 5 years. Massively, we demand justice for Lisa Marie. We want Michael Edwards in prison. We want Michael Edwards arrested and questioned. We want Priscilla questioned because she was in charge. She was the mother. Massive. So we demand justice for Lisa Marie. We won't let it be forgotten. So we will keep bringing up this book, the great book, From Here to the Great Unknown, created by Lisa, finished by Riley. So he says, Nessa says, Lisa deserves justice. She deserves to have her story told. I agree. People do feel like this book is being forgotten because it hasn't been out very long. Yes, initially when it came out, there were many of us that were talking about it, reading sections from this book. And it does seem to feel like this book has been forgotten. I agree. I have to agree with Nessa's point. It does feel like it's got forgotten. So we are going to start rereading sections of this book. We're going to keep demanding justice for Lisa Marie. We're going to keep reminding people that this book must not be forgotten. So I do understand when Nessa says, if there's too much attention on other books, that this book does seem to be pushed back. I take that on board. I do say, even myself, I want to be using this book more oftenly, more frequently, and demanding justice for Lisa Marie and bringing up these disgusting sexual abuse allegations that we believe against Michael Edwards. Of course, it's allegations, it's all alleged, it's all opinions, it's all for entertainment purposes, but we must not forget this book. We must keep bringing up different parts of this book to defend Lisa Marie. Very important, very, very important. And so I will try and do my best to make sure every week we bring up this book. Yeah, so thank you, Nessa. So he says, Lisa Marie deserves to have her story told. Elvis fans should be focusing on getting justice for Lisa because that's what she deserves and that's what Elvis would want. Priscilla and Mike Edwards shouldn't get away with what they did. I agree, because I do hold Priscilla accountable as well. Priscilla is equally responsible for the sexual abuse alleged for entertainment purposes, I have to say that, against Lisa by Michael Edwards, the so-called actor model, the boyfriend of Priscilla. Yeah. So thanks, Kathy. You take care, Kathy. Thanks for joining us. See you later. So I do think that we have to he's right what he's saying, that this Michael Edwards situation needs to be getting brought up really every day. We must be demanding justice for Lisa. We have to do it. She put it in her book purposely, in my opinion, so that we would defend her. I really believe that, so that it would be brought up, so that Riley can deal with it, so that the authorities know about it, so that the public around the world know about the allegations of Michael Edwards. She didn't want, in my opinion, guys, Lisa did not want Michael Edwards to get away with this. She wanted it out. Otherwise, why do it? Why would Lisa Marie put her own voice on tapes discussing the disgusting abuse it's pretty obvious it happened, guys, innit? Yeah? In my opinion, I believe every word of Lisa. Every word Lisa's put in this book, I believe it, yeah? Now, why would Lisa put it in the tapes if she didn't want us to know, if she didn't want her family to know, the authorities, the world? You get it, guys? She wanted it to be dealt with. She didn't want Michael Edwards, who's still alive, to get away with his abuse, his sexual abuse against a child, a minor. Yeah? I know it's opinions, it's entertainment purposes. I have to say that. I know it's alleged. We believe Lisa. So then Nessa then goes on to say, why is Louis thank you for this. Why is Louis the only YouTuber bringing up the fact that Lisa deserves justice and that Priscilla and Michael Edwards belong in jail? And yes, I have been. I've been saying it every week. So people that say to me, oh, look, you're focusing on other things, I still, and it's here, this only came out one day ago, I still say to the people, the doubters of me as an Elvis channel, as an Elvis and Lisa defending channel, Elvis, Lisa and the bloodline, no, we have been reminding people that Lisa should be getting justice and that Michael Edwards should be getting arrested. We've been saying it every week, more than every week, 2 or 3 times a week for months and months since this book came out. So we do here at Team Elvis, we clearly defend Elvis, Lisa and the bloodline. So I want to warm this up, guys. We've got Elvis in the background. I need to boil the kettle as well. Right, just boil the kettle as well. Right. Right, let's get my coffee. Put a bit of cream in it as well. Okay. All right, guys, just sticking some cream in the coffee. Okay. Okay, guys, we're back. We're back. Let's have a look. Let's read some comments. Yeah. So anyway, thank you, Nessa, for your Facebook post. Thank you for mentioning us here at Team Elvis, and we will carry on defending Lisa Marie, and we are going to start reading sections of this book. There is a bit of a problem. I have had a message from YouTube that I can't just read it page for page. I have to read small sections and review it. Otherwise, I can be done for copyright fraud, copyright problems. So we are going to be doing little sections at a time and reviewing these sections. We have to. We don't really have a choice, guys. We've got to keep YouTube happy, so we're going to do that. Okay. Let's just go back a bit on your comments. Right. So, Pat, that's because Priscilla wanted to get control of Lisa and therefore Lisa's interest in the estates. Thank you. Larry, Priscilla destroyed her own child to hold on to undeserved power. Larry, I agree with you. I agree. The damage that Priscilla has done is disgusting. And I've always said this, Larry, this book, which is a book of lies, this was Priscilla's opportunity to reinvent history, to rewrite history. The whole point of this book was to make Priscilla look good and Elvis look bad. This book is bullshit. I don't agree with anything in this book. And this book has done some serious damage to Elvis and Lisa and the legacy and Elvis's image and reputation. And this is the most successful con in history. This book is a massive con. It brainwashes the public into believing loads of negative bullshit about Elvis. Not only does it brainwash the public, especially the non-Elvis fans, it also brainwashed the news companies, the news interviewers. All of the interviewers have been using this book as the narrative to interview Priscilla, and Priscilla has been toying with the interviewers for 40 years. They've been playing into her hands. She doesn't even have to say negative things because she knows, based on this book, that the interviewers will ask the questions that make Elvis look bad, that make her look like a victim. This book has done some very, very serious damage to Elvis. And this book was invented by Priscilla Presley a long, long time ago, 39 years ago. So Priscilla, she's done some serious wrongdoing. I always say this, I'm not a Priscilla hate channel. I don't hate Priscilla, but she's out of order. And we are going to expose Priscilla for all the wrongdoing that she's done to Elvis, Lisa, Riley, and the bloodline. Priscilla has made some disgusting decisions. Let's keep going, guys. Let's read some comments. So, yeah, Larry, fully agree with you, my friend. Right. She knew about it and followed and went off trying to be someone and leaving her young child with a predator. That's it, Josie. She put herself first, her career, her boyfriends, chasing men, guys. The way that she ran off with Mike Stone was disgusting, dragging her own daughter away from her father, Elvis, from her home, forcing Lisa to live with a complete stranger, just so that then Priscilla could pursue her own dreams of ambition and fame, success, and money, spotlight, attention, you name it. And then Scientology, well, that's just a whole nother story. The way that Lisa was thrown into Scientology and the damage that did. It's literally unbelievable. It's disgusting. If Elvis knew the way that Priscilla was going to look after his daughter Lisa, he would be horrified. He would be horrified. And look at how it all turned out, guys. Not terrible, terrible, disgusting. And Priscilla is still prancing around, smiling, happy, doing personal appearances, signing autographs for cash, parading herself around the world like a 20-year-old woman when her own child, Lisa, is in her grave. In her grave. And then Priscilla's way of thanking her is by promoting the horrible film Priscilla, Sofia Coppola's film Priscilla, that completely degrades Elvis, and damages his image and reputation. And Priscilla knew that Lisa did not want that film made. She knew it, but she still went ahead with it even after poor Lisa Marie lost her life. You can't make it up. We have seen no real grief from Priscilla towards Lisa. None at all. Even in an interview recently saying, I love her to death. I love her to death. It's disgusting, guys. Literally disgusting. Right, let's keep going. Pat says, yes, but I also think she's trying to do the same to Riley. I think the way she's treated Riley is disgusting. Disgusting. Come on, Riley's mother dies. The twins' mother dies, Finley and Harper. Within weeks, Priscilla is demanding to be a co-executor of Graceland's, demanding a massive amount of money, and there's this potential lawsuit, because as far as I know, there was almost imminent going to be a lawsuit between just for entertainment purposes, my opinion, a lawsuit between Lisa and Priscilla just before Lisa died. This is what we're hearing. I don't know if it's definite. It's just an opinion. I've heard that they were about to announce a lawsuit from Lisa to Priscilla. So it's very worrying, guys. Very worrying. It sickens me when I think Priscilla took Lisa away from one person she loved the most, her daddy, and when she didn't even want Lisa. Now, Karen, I agree with you. It sickens all of us. Now, remember, you think about it. She'd already been caught being unfaithful with Mike Stone. No, sorry, we'll go back a bit. In 1968, 6 to 8 weeks after Lisa Marie was born, 10 months after the wedding, we know that Priscilla was unfaithful to Elvis. It's in her book. She's admitted it, page 262. She uses the name Mark. Yeah? Now, that in itself is disgusting. She's got a newborn baby. She's having sex with another man. Elvis finds out. Then they have a fake marriage for a couple of years. It's disgusting that Priscilla would actually sleep with a man so soon after having a baby, so soon after Elvis fully committed to her by getting engaged, getting married to her. And Elvis was faithful through the engagement and the marriage. We've proved it. He took a lie detector. Elvis was faithful from the engagement, through the marriage, through the pregnancy, until Lisa Marie was born. Yeah? And then within a few months, Priscilla is unfaithful. It's all over, guys. It's all over. Then they have a fake marriage for 2 years. The marriage is over. Elvis goes back to feeling like a single man, but also massively betrayed by his so-called wife. Then, a bit later, for whatever reason, Priscilla has this big crush on this karate champion, Mike Stone. She makes a massive decision that he's going to be the man that she has. She pursues him and chases him, chats him up. She wants to have sex with Mike Stone at any cost. At any cost. People forget this. When she made the decision to run after Mike Stone, to shag him, the damage that did to poor Lisa Marie. Remember, the affair happened for a year in secret, behind Frances Stone, Mike Stone's pregnant wife, behind her back, and Frances Stone, they had a small child, a small girl, I think it was around 3 years old. So Priscilla's decision to shag Mike Stone broke up two families, her own and Mike Stone's. And then the ramifications, once Priscilla was caught a year after the affair, that happened secretly behind Mike Stone's wife's back. Francis Stone befriended. In fact, no, I would say it the other way around. Priscilla befriended Francis Stone and they became friends. And Priscilla was having sex secretly with Mike Stone behind Francis Stone's back. Could you imagine that? They were even having dinner together, going out together. You couldn't make it up, guys. It couldn't be any worse. Just how disgustingly horrible it was, the whole affair, the double crossing, the lying, the cheating. And then once Priscilla is found out, she demands a divorce, doesn't even give Elvis a choice. She demands a divorce very, very quickly. She was running down the road with Lisa, dragging Lisa with her, demanding a divorce. Elvis couldn't stop her. Yeah. So Lisa was forced to live with a complete stranger, Mike Stone, and dragged away from the father who she adored. And one thing we've learned from this book is that they were even closer than we thought they were. Elvis and Lisa had an even closer bond than people realized. They were very, very, very close. Lisa was, and Elvis were completely heartbroken by Priscilla dragging Lisa away from Elvis. It's disgusting, guys. Of course, this is all my opinions for entertainment purposes. Right. Let's keep going, guys. Karen, Lisa lived a very sad, tortured existence. It is sad, guys. Emily, I think she was protecting her mother at that point. Right, let's just have a look. I think so, too. She's like a giant ball sucking up everything. It's horrific. When we go through it, it just drives us mad, doesn't it, guys? I have to, Louis. Elvis Nashville ballads playing in the background. My grandkids fall asleep with him. Yes, I love that, Josie. It's funny. Me and my two little kids are Elvis fans. We have such fun with Elvis, singing songs, and I'm very lucky that my little kids, 8 and 4, love Elvis. My older kids, they're in their own little world. But I definitely encourage it. Let's have a look. She wanted to throw it in Elvis's face. Yes, you, Pat, and what you mean is choosing Mike Stone because he was a karate champion. Because he was a karate champion. I'm just going back on your comments because I've missed a few, guys. Hi, Nat TV. So because he was a karate champion, he was the ultimate humiliation because Elvis was obsessed with karate. Elvis had a massive love of karate, a passion for karate. Yeah. So Priscilla running off with Mike Stone was the ultimate punch in the face. It was like revenge. I really feel that there was some revenge involved by choosing Mike Stone. I even think now Priscilla gets revenge. I think Priscilla has been slowly getting revenge with Elvis for the last 40 years. Honestly, guys, seriously, this whole thing where he's the love of my life, does anyone fall for it? Does anyone fall for it that Elvis was the love of her life, knowing what we know, knowing the different partners that she's had, knowing the way that she treated Lisa? Come on, you got to be an idiot to believe that Elvis is the love of Priscilla's life. Come on, guys. Come on. Seriously, yeah? Anyone watching now, do you honestly believe Elvis is the love of Priscilla's life? It's bullshit. Right, I want to try and get these messages done before I have to go. So let's just go back on your comments. I've missed a few, guys. I don't think Bridget's still here. I don't think she is. Heavens, Bridget was a good friend with Priscilla. Not sure how she would be feeling with these strong opinions, but she never thought she'd be in a group like this one. Well, I'm just so pleased that Bridget joins us, guys. She really has opened her heart to us. So I fully support Bridget. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, I do have the book, Elvis, What Happened? And my decision, where is it? I'm trying to see where it is. My decision with the book, Elvis, What Happened, is that we are going to read the bits that are not derogatory about Elvis. So here it is there. we're going to read the bits that are not derogatory about Elvis. And we're not going to read page for page. We're just going to read sections. We've got a lot of books here. Let's have a look. Yeah, Linda Thompson. And we have been discussing Linda quite a lot. We do have her book. We are going to read sections of it. Linda sent us this. I've got some very good notes that Linda sent me, and I'm going to read these notes off to you guys. So yes, we are going to discuss Linda. It's obvious from the evidence that we've researched. It's pretty obvious that Linda and Lisa were very close. They were close. Now, this whole thing with the phone call isn't completely straightforward. It seems to me like it was her brother that made the phone call to Linda and then passed the phone to Lisa. So this is why Lisa spoke to Linda on the day of the death of her father. But, you know, I'm not an expert, but that's the general feeling I'm getting, guys. Yes. So Nat TV. There's an alleged lawsuit before. Yeah. So Zukan, how did you manage that? I want so badly to read it, but I can't afford to buy it because it's expensive here and I couldn't find anywhere to read it online. All right. We are going to, I did read, where is it gone now? I did read 2 chapters of it. I'll just put it down. I can't see where I put it. I have learned now that YouTube have basically told me that I am not allowed to read it page to page because it infringes copyright rules. So what we're going to do is read sections of it. Now, the reason I've got it is because Linda sent it me. Linda, I cherish the book because she sent it me. Anyone that sends me a book, obviously my address is in the description. I keep these books. I don't have them to sell them. I keep them. I know these are valuable books. This book is valuable. And chapter 2, I actually thought was very good. I actually thought chapter 2 was quite kind to Elvis. So chapter 1 I didn't like. Chapter 1 was nasty. So so let's have a look. So we've got I have collected them over time. The only way to know the story, in my opinion, is to read multiple perspectives. Yes. Zukan, I'm not a good reader. Many of the subscribers and members here have been sending me books. Linda and Karen have been very kind to me as well. I'm going to find a way to read bits of these books, you know, over the years, because there's a lot of books, without upsetting YouTube. So we have to be careful how we read them. But I do intend to go through these books bit by bit. You know, we've got many books. Recently, Karen, let me just get it. I have this sent to me, Last Train to Memphis. We're going to read sections of that. We had 2. Karen sent me these 2. We've got Elvis Memphis Mafia and Careless Love. So, and many other books, guys. So somehow we're going to find a way to use these books. It's all so shocking and disgusting. I honestly don't know how that woman sleeps. Caroline, I agree. The more I learn, the more shocking it becomes. I think for legal reasons, Bridget can't give away info at this time. She would be giving info. Yes, I agree. But she still has been very, I would say Bridget has still been very open with us, to be honest with you guys. Right, where are we? Louis, my 1-year-old grandson knows Elvis. He was at the shopping center with his mum, and as soon as he heard Elvis' song, Blue Christmas, come on, he started dancing. Oh, I love it. My daughter rang me. And we all love that song. Oh, that is so cute, Josie. I love that. Zukan, I've spoken many times. He's a good guy. This was 50 years ago. People change. Let's have a look. Now, that comment, was it? Which particular person was that concerning? Let's have a look. Have I missed a comment? Priscilla Emily. Priscilla chased men Never heard of the man seeking her out. Even Robert Kardashian's brother told him to get rid of her after tasting her cooking. Do you know what? I've always wondered if Robert Kardashian was the reason that Priscilla went back for a second divorce settlement, because obviously he's a lawyer, isn't he? Yeah. I've always thought, I wonder if he caused the second divorce settlement, which did a lot of damage to Elvis. Right. He runs a health and spiritual organization. Are we talking about Dave Hebler? I think I've missed a comment. I think you guys are talking about either Dave. Oh no, Mike. Right, Mike Stone. Got it. I've spoken to Mike many times. He's a good guy. Now we did discuss. Let me just get out of this sunlight. Now I've discussed my feelings about Mike Stone. Right, let me just sit back. Got the sun in my face. Now, this is how I feel about Mike Stone. I'm disgusted in his behavior. I'm disgusted how he cheated on his wife, his pregnant wife, and the fact that he had a small girl. I'm also disgusted about the way Priscilla and Mike Stone paraded themselves in public, in front of the world, which completely humiliated Elvis. I also think that for the sake of having sex with Priscilla, the way he betrayed his family is disgusting. But, as Zukan says, I'm a forgiving man. I think we have to be good-hearted people in the way that we defend Elvis and Lisa and the bloodline. So my attitude is this. 50 years later, should we still be punishing Mike Stone for his disgusting treatment, decisions that he made, treatment to his wife and 2 kids, unborn baby, one of them? Should we be punishing Mike Stone 50 years later? I think he has been attacked and punished and hated for 50 years. I think he's in his 80s. I can't remember how old he was. 83, is it? 84. I think we have to let it go, guys. I think we have to say he's an old man. Isn't it true that he left the country for like 40 odd years because of the hate that he was getting? Now, I've watched Joe Sin's interview with Mike Stone, and I think Mike has mellowed. He's an elderly man now. He's a very interesting man. He's very wise, very friendly, very polite, very courteous, well-mannered man, quite likable, I would say. And I have personally messaged Mike Stone. He did reply, and he was kind to me. He was kind to me. I did ask him to watch my video, my review on him as a person. I don't think he should have brought a book out and named it after Lisa and Priscilla. I don't think he should have done that. I think that's wrong. Now, if Mike Stone wants to bring out a book that talks about his life and karate and the life he lived, I understand that. But to actually put the name of the book on the, Lisa and Priscilla's name on the front cover of that book, and it even has one section that says something like the most famous divorce in history, something like that. You guys know what I'm talking about. I don't think Mike Stone should be cashing in on Lisa Marie, on Priscilla, and his disgusting affair with Priscilla. I just don't think he should. I think if Mike Stone wants to cash in and release a book, he should release a book about himself and then loosely mention his relationship with Priscilla and his friendship with Lisa. I know that he did love Lisa. I can see that. I actually think that he did love Priscilla as well, because obviously he felt he couldn't believe that Priscilla chose him as the person that she was going to use to get away from Elvis. My opinion on Mike Stone is that he was used by Priscilla. I don't think she loved him. I think she dropped him like a rock as soon as she didn't have a need for him. I think she chose a man to humiliate Elvis. I really believe that. I think the way that Priscilla chose Mike Stone and ran off was very, very cruel to Elvis. Very, very cruel to Elvis. So to answer your comment, Zukan, is I think it's time to forgive Mike Stone. Yeah. It's been 50 years. He's an elderly man. We need to let it go. And I actually found the interview that Joe Sins did at Rare Elvis Photos very, very interesting. Very interesting. So that is where I am with Mike Stone. Do you know what? I feel in a similar way to Dave Hebler. It's time to let it go. Time has passed. 50 years have passed. I don't think we should just keep punishing people for stuff that happened 50 years ago. Now, we can have our opinions. Like, you guys know that I'm completely against the fact that this book was made. I'm disgusted that these three guys, Red West, Sonny West, Dave Hebler, betrayed Elvis by doing this book. They should not have done it. You don't make a book about a friend. You never do it. Whether he's famous or not, you do not make money from a friendship, ever. So this book, for whatever reasons they give, is a betrayal to Elvis. Disgusting, should never have happened. But we should read parts of this book, because I feel that us as Elvis fans need to be informed fully about everything that went on. So this is why we will read small sections of this book. Okay, guys. Let's have a look. Josie, I'll show you my 16-month-old grandson a photo of Elvis. He says it's Elvis. Yeah, we like that. Zukan, he runs a health spiritual guidance course in his property in the Philippines. Yeah, I've watched a few interviews with Mike Stone. I'm pretty up to date with what his life is. I will say this: he doesn't seem that happy when I listen to him. Even though he won't admit regret, because I keep saying Mike Stone should at least show regret. He should also apologize for his treatment of his wife, of Elvis, but he won't. He's too stubborn to show regret. He's too stubborn to admit, to say sorry, to admit wrongdoing, which I think is a mistake. I personally think, because obviously he's into the law of attraction, he's into spirituality, and I think he uses that as his excuse to not show regret, to not apologize. I think that's a mistake. Mike Stone, if you ever watch my show, I just think you should apologize and admit that what you did was wrong, that what you did to your wife, Frances, was cruel. You had a pregnant wife, you had a small girl, you messed up, my friend. To me, marriage is a commitment forever. I have 5 children with my wife. I would never betray her, ever. Wouldn't even cross my mind. You should be the same. Marriages go through ups and downs. They go through ups and downs. You don't jump ship, especially if you've got a pregnant wife and a small child. It was a massive mistake what you did. Don't forget, if your wife was pregnant, it tells me that you were still quite happy. She was still pregnant. I personally think you were infatuated with Priscilla. She was a very sexy, beautiful woman. I think you couldn't believe that she was giving you attention, that she wanted you. You felt flattered. And I think the typical man who is weak sometimes wanted sex with Priscilla. Honestly, I think in the end it boiled down to just sex between you two. Sex with Elvis's wife. Sex with a beautiful woman that was married to Elvis. I think you messed up, my friend. You really messed up. You need to say sorry and show regret. But do I think you should be punished for your behavior now, 50 years later? No, I don't. No, I don't. I definitely don't, Mike. I don't have any hate for you at all. I don't hate Mike Stone. I'm not a hater. As bad as it might sound, it happens every day, just not to the most famous entertainer on the planet. I'm less upset about Mike Stone. I think Priscilla was the aggressor. I definitely agree with Zukan that Priscilla is the one that has done the most damage, a serious damage. But I will say this to Zukan. Yes, you're right. It happens every day. But I would say most people, as they get older, 10, 20, 30 years later, look back on their lives with regret and apologize. This is Zukan. This is the thing that Mike isn't doing. He's not looking back with regret or apologizing. Now, if he regretted it and apologized, I'd see him differently. I'd see it differently. So that is my point. I say that with respect. Elvis used to go and watch Mike Stone competitions. Yes. Even on their fake honeymoon, they had a second honeymoon, didn't they? Very, very wrong. Priscilla, the person she chose to abandon her family and cheat on Elvis. Very, very, very wrong. Hi, Tony. Tony, I've cut my hair. I've had my hair cut. What do you reckon, Tony? I'm 10 years younger. Let's have a look. Now, what time is it? All right, so I've still got a few more minutes. Right, my twin brother is coming to get me. By the way, I am a twin. There's two of us. Right. Right, so I want to try and read these comments. Sorry, the thing keeps jumping up, so I'm missing some of your comments. Josie, Mike was weak and couldn't fight temptation. I agree. I totally agree. Doesn't make it okay, though. Doesn't make it okay. So, Chloe, I want to read the derogatory parts because I watched all of the videos by them in the later years, and they all claim Elvis forgave them. I believe Elvis forgave them. I do. Even if we go by the phone call with Red West. Come on, Elvis is the most forgiving man on the planet. So I won't read the derogatory parts. I won't. I refuse to. I know them anyway, but I don't want to read them. Right, Nancy. Priscilla, after the first divorce, I don't know one, but she went back in 1973 and filed for the second divorce, but all was flawed for 3 years in court. It actually was, yeah, I know that it went on for a while. Nancy, I also know it was still going on in 1977, wasn't it? They were still fighting it out. So when Priscilla says, oh, you know, 2 days before Elvis died, we had a lovely chat, you know. Nah, they were arguing over money. Even this thing where, oh yeah, me and Elvis got on really well. We were better after we split up. Nah, Elvis just wanted to see Lisa, so he kept Priscilla sweet. Elvis kept Priscilla sweet because he couldn't bear the thought of not seeing Lisa. I really believe that. Now, did Elvis go through phases where they would get on? Yeah, of course they did. But deep down, she had massively betrayed him and robbed him blind in the divorce settlement. That's the truth of it. Let's have a look. So I'm just trying to quickly grab the comments that you've been saying, guys. Elvis and the Memphis Mafia is good, but you can tell there is some bitterness by the Memphis Mafia. I agree. They were bitter. When Elvis sacked some of them, they were bitter and greedy. Bitter and greedy. I think the book is the reason Lisa never spoke after Elvis died with Billy Smith. It could be, yeah. I know that I've seen the interviews, the way that Lisa Marie talks about the Memphis Mafia. She can't stand them. Not all of them. She can't stand some of them. She calls it that book, those men. I've seen the interviews. It should never have been written. Many of you don't like Priscilla. I completely understand it. Completely understand it. Emily, have you seen the short video of Elvis's death where the paramedics arrive at Grace's? It briefly shows the bathroom and Ginger walks out with full makeup. Well, I have. It's not Ginger. I know a lot of people think it's Ginger, but it isn't her. But that should never have been made. That should never have been made. So weird that Scylla dated Rob Kardashian and Linda. Yeah, it is weird, isn't it, Tony? Right. So then we've got. I actually want to read the right. Oh, sorry, I just read that. Yes, Karen, definitely. Of course he's doing it to make money, Karen. Of course he is. I don't mind that he's written a book. I mind that he's using Lisa's name. That is wrong. Call the book Mike Stone, My Story. Things we weren't there. It's not us to punish or judge him. Elvis was also involved with women at the time. Well, that's not straightforward, Zukan. 100% I won't whitewash Elvis. We know that Elvis from 62 to 66 was seeing other people. We also know that after Priscilla was unfaithful, 6 weeks after the birth of Lisa Marie. Elvis didn't want to sleep with Priscilla because she had been with another man. This bullshit excuse that Elvis wouldn't sleep with a woman that's had a child is a complete fantasy that Priscilla made up. I do agree that after Elvis caught Priscilla being unfaithful, that the marriage was over and that Elvis was seeing other women. I agree with that. Now, punish or judge. This is what I think. The millions of fans, they are the ones that are doing the punishing and the judging. And I think that's their right. I think the fans have the right to punish and judge the wrongdoing that happened to Elvis, because that's up to them. They have received a lot of hate. All of the Memphis Mafia received a lot of hate because of what happened to Elvis. That's their right. That is the fans' right. So, but I do understand your point, though, Zukan. Once you read these multiple perspectives, you start to get a picture that Elvis should never have been married. I definitely agree with that. Elvis was not ready to get married. He never was. I think he was under too much pressure to do the right thing and marry Priscilla. I think the whole thing was a big mistake. He didn't, and I don't think Elvis wanted to get married. I don't think he did. You're right. I agree with that comment. Zukan, I don't believe Elvis at all. A poor guy went to hell and back with that woman. Yes, Emily, he did. Elvis didn't know the real Priscilla. The book Child Bride gives us a bit of an understanding of Priscilla as a young girl, that she wasn't the sweet, innocent virgin that she made herself out to be. Elvis didn't know the true Priscilla until years later. I really think that. Don't forget, these are just my opinions. I'm just a fan at home. I'm no expert. I'm no researcher. I'm no expert. This is just my opinions, yeah? Zukan, Elvis only got involved with other women after Priscilla cheated first, and she admits that she was the first one to cheat. Yes, Josie, and we've proved it. Elvis took a lie detector during the pregnancy, during the marriage, during the engagement. Elvis was faithful. We've proved it. Jane, yes, Kathleen Jenner. I'm never sure if we are to reference her as Bruce, even when. All right, hi Tony. Let me just. Oh, I really need to catch up with these comments, so I've got to go in a minute. She did that to Elvis because she knew how much Elvis respected Mike. Yes, in the karate world, that was a low blow. Yeah, Josie, I agree. I agree. Yeah, I do accept Elvis didn't want to get married. Definitely, 100%. I do. Nat TV, Priscilla is a user. She is a user, 100%. And she drops people like a rock when she doesn't need them. Even this treatment of Bridget Cruz that's happening right now with the lawsuit, that is showing Priscilla's true colors. She does a deal, she does a contract, and then changes her mind. That's the truth of this court case. Priscilla just changed her mind. And now she's dumping on poor Bridget Cruz. Bridget Cruz just wanted to help Priscilla. Yeah, Priscilla was in a tough spot. Bridget classed Priscilla as a good friend, and Priscilla accepted the help and then changed her mind. That's the truth of it. All this elder abuse counter lawsuit is bullshit, in my opinion, guys. Yeah, Tony, I agree. We have to forgive. I agree, Tony. I agree. I think Stone was probably an okay guy at the start, but changed once he got involved with Priscilla. He just couldn't believe that Priscilla wanted him. Mike Stone was very insecure about his looks. He couldn't believe. And I know this because I've watched him interviews recently where he says, I couldn't believe that she liked me. I couldn't believe that she fancied me. I wasn't a good-looking man. So he was took advantage of. He was used and abused. He was. Every single thing I've ever read said Elvis was cheating on Priscilla, although all throughout, including with Anne Margaret. That's why everybody said he never should have been married. Chloe, the Chloe Chronicles, when you start to do some real decent research, no offense, you will see that Elvis wanted to be single until he got engaged in 1966. So as far as I'm concerned, everything that happened up to 1966, Elvis was a single man. And then Elvis was faithful until Priscilla was unfaithful when Lisa Marie was born, 6 to 8 weeks after. So it isn't straightforward. Everyone just assumes that Elvis was shagging around. It wasn't that simple. It wasn't that simple. Priscilla moved over when she was nearly 18 and lived with Vernon and Dee, knowing that Elvis lived as a single man. Priscilla didn't move in to be Elvis's girlfriend, to be his fiance. She moved in with a single man, hoping that Elvis will settle down one day. So it's not straightforward. It's not straightforward. Again, Zukan, again, the more you break it down month by month, I think to really understand Elvis's behavior with different women, you have to break down his life month by month. And then you start to see that when it counted, he was faithful and loyal. So basically through the engagement, the marriage and the pregnancy. Before, he saw himself as single. Once Priscilla had betrayed him, he saw himself as single. So you got to break it down, my friend. It isn't as simple as you think. It's very easy to just go, oh, Elvis shagged everything, you know, ho, ho, ho. Elvis loved shagging everything. Nah, Elvis was bored of sex. He found more fun reading books and befriending these people. There was many women that Elvis saw that there was no sex. In my opinion, EWH, it would never have been written had Vernon handled the separation of those guys properly. I know the story about Vernon. I don't think it's that straightforward. And I also think Elvis was going to re-employ Red West and Sonny West anyway. I think Elvis would lose his temper and then he would do something, then he would regret it. Yeah. So they didn't give him a chance. Right. So I've got my wife's back, so I've got to finish up. Bro, I just got 2 minutes. Yeah. Josie, that was the time period Elvis was and Margaret in Vegas and they broke it off. The engagement, they both of them got married shortly afterwards. Yeah. Thank you, Chloe. So I do have to go in a minute, guys. Priscilla didn't want to go to Graceland when she was in Germany. She had a boyfriend. It was her parents who made her go, as she didn't love Elvis. It's all about the money. And that is in this book. Yeah, Jane, that's in this book. So, guys, this book isn't all good about Elvis. This does say some negative stuff about Elvis, but it's in the book. Priscilla supposedly had a completely different life than she portrays herself as this sweet, innocent virgin that Elvis met when she was 14. But the truth is, it was a brief meeting. And then Elvis didn't see her for 2 years. There was no sex in Germany. So it's not straightforward, guys. So thanks for that comment, Jane. Chloe, Elvis wasn't engaged. Let's have a look. Have you read Let's Play House? Nope, I've heard Zuka. I've heard some very, very good reports about that book. Prissy Owen's mother telling her granddaughter Lisa that she's nothing special. Yes, and Lisa said it in the book. Come on. We mustn't forget Lisa's book. There's some pretty horrible truths in that book about Priscilla. Tony, the best Mike Stone interview, there's two. No offense to Joe, because Joe's interview, it's more, I like Joe's interview. Go and watch it if you want, guys. But the best two interviews, I think it's called Elvis the Ultimate Channel, is it? Has a very detailed interview. I think it was about two to 3 years ago. He asked all the correct questions. Yeah. Then there's another guy. There's two recent interviews in the last few years that Mike Stone did. And Tony, I highly recommend you watch them because both of them asked the important questions. The thing about Joe's interview, no offense to Joe, and he's got a brilliant channel, is it more talks about, you know, spiritual stuff and the law of attraction and stuff like that. It doesn't go into the Priscilla stuff, which is what we want to hear about, isn't it? So Tony, watch those interviews. Yeah, I think it depends which interview you're talking about, Josie. Right, let's have a look. A PDF. So you're talking about, someone's talking about getting a PDF. Josie, there's no way she's going to get away with claiming elder abuse. She's prancing around the world. Come on, there's nothing wrong with Priscilla. Thanks, Linda. Oh, that's very helpful, Zukan. Zukan, join Defending Elvis Presley Facebook page. We have a 24-hour chat. You can join it and you can exchange all these details. Defending Elvis Presley Facebook, yeah? I'm not making this observation about Elvis without proof. He was with women before and after they married. It's just, I know he was, Zukan. I think my answer was self-explanatory. You have to understand each month what was happening. Of course, we know Elvis was no angel, and we're not going to whitewash Elvis. Yeah, so we're all going. Are you off, Denise? We're all going to go in a minute now. So Mike saying it was, yeah. So Priscilla said over and over that Graceland's was a prison and she never wanted to go back. Yes, she did. She still says, I've seen different interviews where she talks about Graceland's like it was a prison. It's disgusting. She moved from Germany to paradise. That's what happened. She moved from a tiny house in Germany to paradise, and she calls it a prison. It's an absolute joke. Absolute joke. There was no prison. She was given her own car when she was 17 by Elvis. How many grandmothers could say to their grandchild that they're nothing special? So true. I'll watch that one. Yeah, there's two very, very good ones, Tony. You'll be surprised just how good they are. You find out everything you need to know. They're quite easy. You just find them on YouTube. They're not hard to find. I watched Mike's first interview when it came out, and again on Joe's channel. Right, okay. Thanks, Josie. If she gets buried there, I hope Gladys... Josie. Me personally, I don't think she's going to get buried there. I don't. I might be wrong. I think that Riley is playing the long game. I think Riley has no intention of allowing her to be buried in the meditation garden. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, guys, I have to go. What a brilliant live stream. We've had such a good time. So thank you to Nessa. And Nessa, I say this to you, we will keep defending Lisa Marie, and we will get justice for Lisa Marie. We will demand it. And Nessa, we will not forget this book. We will start reading small sections of it. And thank you for your Facebook post. Guys, justice for Lisa Marie. We want Michael Edwards in prison. That's what we want. We want Priscilla questioned for her treatment of her daughter when the sexual abuse allegations were happening. Justice for Lisa Marie, guys. So I'm going to have to go. Brilliant live. We've been here 2 hours, guys. 2 hours. How do we do that? How do we do it? 2 hours. We've been sat here chatting, waffling. Louis waffling. So to the new people like Zukan and anyone else that's new, thank you so much. Of course, I always say the same thing. If you like what I do, get us a coffee, hit the thank you, the super thank you button, subscribe, like, and we are trying to build up a membership. We're up to 82 members. If you want to join, it's only $1 to join. Please join, guys, because when we get to 100 members, we're going to do some members live streams. We definitely going to do Elvis and Ginger. Chloe, we definitely are going to do Elvis and Ginger. Where is it? Chloe, we are going to read sections of this book. Yeah? So we will be doing Ginger. Definitely. And I like Ginger Oldham. I like her. I've got different views about her, but I like her. It's all right, Emily. It was fun. It was fun, wasn't it? So, yeah, sure. I love Shauna. I've got all good. I was chatting to Shauna last night before I went to bed. She's great. I love Shauna. And Bridget, if you are here, I don't think she is, but Bridget, you may watch this on playback. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Bridget. We're always honored when you join us, and we wish you well on the trial, on the lawsuit. We support you fully, Bridget. So thanks for joining our show. It's very important to us. Tony, if you want any advice with me on the carnivore or the keto diet, give me a shout, my friend. I'm here to help. Stay strong, Tony, because I know you get those hunger pains. I find if you drink a pint of water, it reduces hunger. If you have a butter coffee, it reduces hunger. So that might help you, Tony, okay? Yeah, we all wish. And guys, we're going to try and keep the live streams a little bit less dramatic. We're going to be forgiving and loving and caring to anyone that we've had a beef with. We send you love and forgiveness. And it's been an interesting week, guys. So I'm hoping to come back later. And I was planning, I know it's going to upset a few people, to go through this book and just read one more chapter. I'm not going to be really doing a lot on this book. Just every now and then, I'll just read a chapter. We can debate it, discuss it with the help of Kathy. But I will always say, I don't believe this book. I do not believe this book. I just want you to know that, guys. Please don't think I believe it, okay? But to the people that do believe it, I have respect for you. I respect your right to believe it. Thanks, guys. All the best. Take care, my lovelies. I love you all. I'm actually going to work today for the day. I'm actually going to go and work. Take care, guys. All the best.